Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seemed...
And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Pelé. Pelé. No, he's not getting his way this time. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi takes a look up. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Out of play for a throw. Plays a sharp little ball here. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes.
Big chance! It's hit the upright. It's in! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Number 15, Federico Valverde.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown in this map. Thank you.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years, and this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Rodri has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Can he get it through? Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this the chance to fire his team in front. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Gabriel, and it's Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Steaming on goalwards. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neatly clipped into space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. He's in plenty of space here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Back in possession and ready to go again. Gabriel. Rodri. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shifted it to the flank. Good ball, good take. That's good defending. Shot a goal! That's really well cleared. And this is Neymar.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodri. Valverde. Now it's Del Piero. He's had it taken off him. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to play it through. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Del Piero. Yamal. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And Del Piero! Corinthians looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can, but what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Yamal. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, for me, he qualifies as a determined manipulator. He won't take no for an answer.
And he plays one through.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Mbappe. Kane!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Denilson. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Darren Fletcher. Rodri. And he's picked out the run. And he's managed to get free. He's charged, surely! It's a goal! Two to the good. And they are purring. Absolutely purring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Corinthians are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow. And it's half-time here.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos anunciar os números sorteados de hoje. Se tiverem bilhete, confiram no telão. Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 24. Camisa 16.
And we're off again.
Deixando o campo para a
I think it'll be
entrada
fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably...
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Alexander-Arnold has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Alexander-Arnold. Rodri, played out wide. Oh, nice touch. Kane. Now it's Mbappe. Spread it left. That is ended up in no man's land. Gabriel, not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Spread out to the left. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a good run down the right. Now it's Kane. Beckham. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Out towards the flank. Kane. Mbappe goes steaming forward. That's a good ball out wide. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's in plenty of space here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, cracking ball. Corner. And we have our very first corner. Messi goes short. He's had a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Corinthians can make their change now with a break in play.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 4.
That has been cut short.
Camisa 13.
Messi. Kimmich. And he cuts out the supply. Opts for safety. Danielson providing an outlet on that flank. Valverde. And claimed it back swiftly. Gabriel. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's gone searching crossfield. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Valverde. Valverde will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a searching pass. And Del Piano! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And that could set him on his way. It's a mighty effort! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Drives it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And that's asking too much of anyone and everyone. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
A temporary retreat here. Danielson. And that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
So, another set play. And again! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Opts to play it back. Looking for a runner. Del Piero gets flagged offside. Pass somewhat off target. Beckham. Now that's well seen too. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
And he skips past his man. Yamal does really well there, strong defending. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's one-on-one! He might be in, real chance! In he goes again! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune. Well, and that's it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Nicely shaped ball, and he was quick to react. And it's Eto'o. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He has found the way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Out towards the flank. That's Valverde. Valverde! Oh, the ball's come loose here. So here he is, the man crowned King of Turin, Alessandro Del Piero.
Yeah, and he deserves that crown too. Another in the line of truly great attacking talent that Italy seems to have a knack of producing. A player of immense ability, but also one who never shirked from his defensive duties too.
Absolutely not, and it's very easy to see why he became such a fan favourite. Shapes to shoot! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that, and he's picked out the run. Del Piero is on his own. Yamal. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well read, and the danger is averted. Denilson. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Valverde is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now, can they get him away? Could try cutting inside here. Denilson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Valverde, he's got a decent chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's having a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Big chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. And here's Yamal. He's found a way through. Lovely feet. Yamal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Rodri. Eto'o. That's a good ball out wide. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, good spread. And this is Adriano.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And no, that was never going to make it. Valverde. Eder Militao. That is ended up in no man's land. He's in plenty of space here. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's a searching pass. Ball swung in. Eder Militao gets it away. Now that's well seen too. Half-time getting close now. Can he get it through? Oh, he's found support out wide. Bullish header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Back into the middle. Danielson. Oh, good-looking ball. But he's well positioned here. Played out to the right. There's the shot! And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi, he's picked his way through. Del Piero. Pass somewhat off target. Yamal. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Oh, great feat, that. Are certainly playing with an intense focus.
Chance! And he's following up! Ferdinand gets rid without sophistication. Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Valverde really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Alexander-Arnold. Flamengo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And this is Adriano. And he's intervened well there. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, well measured. Now it's Del Piero. Rodri cuts out the pass. Almost an hour gone. Tries to pass it through. This might spell danger. Shoots! No mistake! The breakthrough strike! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that.
It's Adriano! It's off target and by quite a way. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Rodri knocks it out wide. Yamal gets into some space. Knocks it into space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that's another good win of the ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's a really well-measured ball. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Eder Militao calmly anticipates. Messi, and this is Messi. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
That's a little off target. Del Piero! It's a loose ball. Nicely weighted ball. And that is a little undercooked. Danielson has it in a wide position. Nicely aimed pass. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's worked it through. And this is Pele! It's Eto'o! A real chance and a real let-off.
Flamengo certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's fabulous. He's going for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Valverde. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for the run.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número
We have
15.
got changes here from
Número
both sides, in
11,
fact.
Messi. Número 19. Número 21. Entran número 10. Número 5. Número 23.
Oh, it's
número
Del
4.
Piero.
Cambio.
He can run onto that. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That has not gone well.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
That'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Vieira. Thuram cuts it out. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match that
and
will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well look, it's going to be a very hard job to make sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated.
Well, that is the obvious worry, isn't it?
Yeah, usually managers play a compact midfield when trying not to give away space, but it gives you little scope when trying to create and exploit space yourself.
So emphasis very much on defence.
Absolutely.
That's been slipped through. Martinez gets good distance on it. And that's put paid to a promising move. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And that's definitely not his best.
There's a name in this lineup, Peter, that's synonymous with being dependable.
The man they call safe hands.
Yep, David Seaman, one of the outstanding keepers of his time and a commander of tight defence because of the understanding he develops with those in front.
Hakimi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Danielson. It'll be a throw-in. Played towards the other side.
Good switch, that.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Played out to the right. Rodri is onto this. Guti. And now the breakaway. Now it's Osimhen. Yamal gets across to intercept that. It's a good run down the left-hand side. There's the crossfield ball. It's a searching pass. Yamal's cross. Guti. Neymar. And that is a little undercooked. Danielson puts his foot on the gas. Alexander-Arnold. And Gabriel. Yamal looking to play him in. Oh, such a clever touch. Guti. Can he get on the end of this? Danielson. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Valverde. Doku. Good purposeful running this. Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's a key interception. Alexander-Arnold. Rodri. And Alexander-Arnold. Turns back here, probably the best option. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that's fabulous. Well timed, excellent interception. It's just beyond his reach. Messi. Yamal. And it's Messi. In with the challenge. Hernandez. Now it's Osimhen. Gabriel gets a foot in here. Del Piero. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Osimhen.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Eder Militao. And it's Rodri. That has been slung wide.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Zico! Well, now it's a... Oh, what has happened here? He gets big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Osimhen is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. He's looking wide. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's making a real surge on the left. Oh, look at the space here.
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And we have our very first corner. Messi goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri picks it up from the goal kick. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Oh, good spread. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. No, he is not giving anything away. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's picked his way through. And the keeper gets his hands on it. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And he's forced to go back. Strong running down that left flank. Eder Militao. And Alexander-Arnold. Swung over. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's been won straight back. Danielson is in a really good position out wide. That's very neat. Danielson picks it up out wide. And it's Valverde. That's tidy. Rodri. Shifted it to the flank. Danielson. Out for a throw. Now that's well seen too. North Korea trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And he's being shifted off it. Doku. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Zico. He's got away. Cross needs to be good. Gabriel attempts a clearance. dom1. Threads one in. Good read, needed to be. Yamal chasing after it. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
North Korea really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Can he get it through? dom1 receives it in a wide position.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Substitution for North Korea. Number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
21, Neymar. Number 17.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Guti. Number
De Bruyne.
5, Chandler. Coming
It's
on the
Hernandez.
field. Number 11, Bellingham. Number 24, Palmer.
Bellingham.
Number 7,
Eder Militao
Figo.
cuts out the
Number
pass.
6, De Bruyne. Number 4, Rudiger.
That'll be a throw.
Substitutions taking place. There will be 1 minute added time.
Now can shapes to shoot! Oh, what about that? Finally, finally, finally!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
And that is as far as it goes. Quite a game And one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Cleared without complication. Driving forward. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. He's found the way through. Crosses it in. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Oh, the ball's run loose here. But this is Van Nistelrooy. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. Bellingham! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Great vision. Neatly clipped into space. Del Piero receives it in a wide position. Del Piero finds himself offside.
Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
That's tidy. Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Eder Militao. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Messi. And they can counter here. To Michelis, the man we've all come to watch. Eder Militao. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Here's Rodri. Searching pass he's played there. To Nielsen. And that should get the job done. Messi proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Messi picks it up out wide. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that looks a decent ball. Messi. To Michelis. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. In with the challenge. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Del Piero. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Guardiola. And here's Van Nistelrooy. De Nielsen. Valverde. And here's Del Piero. He's going for goal!
Se está realizando un cambio.
Messi plays it short. He's having a shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Gabriel. Eder Militao. And it's Valverde.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Koulibaly. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Out to the left it goes. It's a good foot in there. Messi. Oh, they can break here. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Clipped into space. Koulibaly is there, and he can get that clear. Shot a goal!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's a throw. Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Alexander-Arnold. Just about up to the hour now. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And that has been clubbed away. And here's Messi. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! It's in! Just to pick me up the whole game needs. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round.
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Yamal.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Lovely feet. He's had it taken off him. Danielson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he spark a counter here? That has not gone well. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Del Piero. 75 minutes played.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, this looks promising. Messi! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Oh, good take in a good area. Real chance! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Here it is, crossed in.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego.
It's their second corner of the game.
Lo reemplazará.
Up he goes! Van Nistelrooy! This time, surely! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Just eases him off the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bellingham. Now the delivery. Climbs up big! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Alexander-Arnold.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And here's Del Piero. Has a shot! The last act of a game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me.